This is Solo P1. Welcome to episode 79 of the Flaming Tarmac F1 Flaming Tarmac episode 79. This week we got the Azerbaijan Grand Prix Baku, and this is a good track. This is where there's going to be a lot of overtakes, especially on that big straight. I think it's the biggest straight on the Formula One calendar, or second biggest straight where there's a lot of overtakes. So this is going to be a high-powered speed track. But before we start digging into that and some news, what's going around, let's bring in my co-Q's, my partner in crime, Mr. TOTO. How's it going? You should have whacked your forward one top on, bro. But it is what it is. Go. What are you saying? You still can. I can talk. Talk for a little bit longer. Anyway, Karen, it doesn't matter.
But look, new F1 weekend, which I'm glad it's back.
Yeah.
You know, Baku, which again not one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah.
Again, that big straight is where the action happens, which we really got to watch out for. With this track, someone can just park the car in the middle, and they'll be fine. It's that kind of track.
Yeah, I don't know. You can overtake here. That big straight, that's where a lot of overtakes.
Yeah, that's why it's probably the biggest straight on the calendar, isn't it? It's the biggest straight on the calendar.
I think it's one of the biggest, yeah.
One of, if not the biggest, you know. So there's going to be a lot of overtaking opportunities, big DRS zone. I say there's a lot of tricky corners. It's a very, very technical track. Very, very technical track. Baku is. So aerodynamics will be key here. Of course, the power down that straight, but again, there's only one straight. But still, that can determine your race, that straight. So I think overall it's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. McLaren are making history this weekend. This is McLaren closing on F1 total history. Attention turns to the individual awards. It says McLaren can make back-to-back team championships titles at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, while drivers Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris resume their battle. So basically, this weekend, they can win the Constructors' Championship, and I think they've done it last season as well at the same track. So they can both make history this weekend, the team, by winning the Constructors back-to-back. I think it's the same track. So McLaren, world champions again this weekend. What are you saying?
We knew it's going to be a strong. It's going to be. They are, of course. They've already won the championship.
Yeah, no one's going to catch them this weekend, though.
This weekend it will be wrapped up. I think is it the shortest ever to ever happen? The shortest length for constructors to win the top, because
I think it might be.
They've won it so quick.
Maybe Red Bull. I think in 2022 or 3. But I know this is up there with the quickest. You know what I mean? Winning the constructors so quick. I think it might be actually. They've been that phenomenal. They've won everything in it this season. You know what I mean? Back to back. And it's not like when Max was dominating, when you had Perez there, and Perez used to come in maybe 5th to 6th. These mans are getting 1 and 2 every race. You get me? The majority of the races. Yeah. So yeah, man. A bit like the Mercedes back in the day when they had Rosberg in it.
Yeah.
And Bottas and Lewis when they were doing it as well. So it's definitely up there. So yeah, they're going to celebrate this weekend. They'll probably bring all the champagne, everything with them this weekend. They're probably going to bring all the team along from the factory as well, because they're going to have that big photo shoot. You know, when they have the big photo shoot when they win the constructors, because this is where the money is, isn't it? They become the world champions as a team. They're the number 1 team in the world. And when they go to next season, they'll be in the number 1 garage. And you know the perks have it in the first garage. You get in the pick first and you get out first. You get me? So, yeah, man. Congratulations to McLaren. I know they haven't won it yet, but it's a matter of time. If they don't do it this weekend, it'll be in the other weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think for this track, I think McLaren's also good in the corners and also good on the straights. It's a very, very balanced car, McLaren is. But look, we've all seen action happen at this track. I think it's all down to that big straight. Like we always said, it's that big straight where a lot of the action really happens.
That's all.
You can see some low teams get some overtaking done as well, because it's a big DRS zone, and the slipstream's going to be amazing. So
you know what I like about this TOTO as well? You know what I like about this is the fact that I know it's got the long straight, and I know it's good for the toe, but there's a lot of safety cars here as well.
Yeah.
Those slow speak on, them little, because it goes around like an old historic building, doesn't it? And them little gaps is always a safety car, and that could throw a wrench into the race.
There's a lot of sneaky, when you especially that
that
little
one where it
chicane.
goes up, that chicane one.
Some people can crash there. Leclerc's crashed there. We all know that. Where you think you've actually made the corner, but your rear end clips the
that's it.
That point.
And
It's a wrap. Of the corner. It's very, very tight track. If you spin here, lock up here, your race is 50%, 75% chance it's over your race. So you've got to be very, very up to perfection here. You got to be perfect in this track, and you can't afford any mistakes, really.
Big up Paul. Says big up Solo and Toto. Sorry, missed another stream. I'll watch it later. Got it. Yeah, man, bro. Just go watch it. Yeah. After you've watched this, like this video, and then go over to the other video and like that as well. It's okay, bro. You don't have to say sorry. You're here now, innit? Yeah. I'm doing a watch along later, by the way. I'm doing the Newcastle and Barcelona. So I am doing a watch along. Toto's going to be streaming. He's racing. I'm going to be doing a watch along. So yeah, big up. Thanks, Paul, man. It's all right. You don't have to be sorry, bro. So let me just bring this news. It's about Hadjar. Have you heard about Hadjar, Toto? What's going on with Hadjar?
Red Bull.
What rumors. Did I say about this kid? What did I say about this kid at the beginning of the season, Toto? I told you, didn't I? I told you. When everybody was talking about Antonelli, everyone go, oh, Antonelli. And I go, nah. Hadjar's the one. He just never had the PR. That's it. He just didn't have the PR behind him, you get me? Didn't have the PR, didn't have the big PR like they did. And look at him now. He's going to be a Red Bull. It looks like he's going to be a Red Bull driver. So it says, he basically asked him, because I didn't sign anything, Hadjar insisted no contract for 2026 Red Bull seat has been agreed. We know it's going to happen. So Hadjar, for me, out of all the rookies, I think he's a phenomenal racer. Everybody was talking about Antonelli. He's the guy that goes, nah, Hadjar's the guy. He just ain't got the PR. But when he goes to Red Bull, he'll have the PR. So it's Isaac Hadjar had insisted that he didn't sign anything yet amid the reports that he could step up to Red Bull alongside Max Verstappen for the 2026 season. The Formula One rookie has impressed during the maiden season with Racing Bulls, despite the disappointing start after crashing out the Grand Prix debut during the formation lap in Australia. Since then, the 20-year-old has shown flashes of speed for Red Bull's sister squad and secured 7-point scoring finishes, and the highlights of which came when he finished third in the Dutch 3P. Absolutely amazing. I was so happy for him that he got the third place. I know Lewis Neddy got it, but I was happy for Hadjar because I think it's nice to see rookies get on the podium, and it shows you that the direction of the sport is going in the right direction. I think it was really good for him. And I just knew that he was a good driver. I think after the second race or third race, I knew this guy was the guy because he was out qualifying his teammate as a rookie. You get me? And that's when you know that he's something special, isn't it? But nobody was really talking about it. They was all talking about Antonelli because he was a guy that Mercedes brought in and they nurtured him from when he was young, and they brought him in and came through, paid for all his karting. But remember, I always said about karting and racing, people can protect you all the way. Yeah. Just like when you go karting, you see the rich parents, oh, I've got the best car. Perfect example, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton was coming up in a go-kart. That Button had all the best tires, all the best car, because his dad owned a tire company, but make go-karting tires. So he could have all the best stuff. You get me? But when it's going to the elite level, then it was all different, then, isn't it? Lewis took over. Same thing with this. Antonelli had all the best going, everything had the best. But now he's in Formula One. Your parents can't hold your hand. Your daddy can't hold your hand. You're on your own. And it shows now that Hadjar is the guy. And I knew it. And then, like I always said, if you keep winning, you go on the best team. And that's what Hadjar is going to happen. He says he's denying it now. He's still denying it, but I still think he's going to go to the team. And it says on here, Yuki Tsunoda, currently unable to deliver consistent point scoring, finishes at Red Bull. Speculation has continued to grow that Hadjar we brought in for the 2026 French driver. I think they're going to do a swap. I think Yuki Tsunoda is going to go back to where he was, because I thought Tsunoda was good where he was, by the way. Should have stayed where he was. And I think Hadjar is going to go to Red Bull. Just going to be that straight swap. Very simple, really.
Yeah,
I don't think
Hadjar. The only thing I'm worried about Hadjar is the Red Bull usually ruin careers.
He has to step up, though, bro.
You can see a lot in the comments.
If they're calling, he has to step up.
You can see a lot in the comments. Oh, don't go there. Look, in the day, Red Bull. If someone got off a Red Bull, it's a very, very appealing job. It's a very, very appealing drive. Yeah.
Would you? Okay, your driver. Yeah. If someone said to you, and you was in the Red Bull baby team, and they said to you, "You want a chance at Red Bull?" You have to take it.
Yeah, you have to. You
can't just say no because if you, you know how many people want that? How many people want that seat?
Yeah, Red Bull is a better car. So
exactly, he has to learn. He might be one of those guys that could adjust to it. However, ahead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix this weekend, the rookie confirmed that he didn't drive next season. He didn't know where he's driving next season. We know all that. That's all PR. Yeah, and that's it really. That's the report. Hadjar will be a Red Bull driver. I'll confirm it now. He's going to be driving for Red Bull next season. And Yuki Tsunoda has been absolutely horrendous for Red Bull this season. And it's not his fault. It's just not his fault. It's just the way the car's set up. Maybe when Hadjar goes there, he'll be able to adjust to the car. Someone has to. You know, someone has to. So yeah, big up to Hadjar, man. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. So this weekend, we're going to do the schedule. Let's have a look at the schedule this weekend for the races. Let's have a look. Let's click on there. Go down to the Azerbaijan. Look how far we are now, man. It's crazy. Azerbaijan. This is the where is it gone?
Like during the results.
Yeah, but, schedule. Sorry. So there we go. There's the schedule.
17 already. Jesus.
I know it's crazy, and it's crazy.
Yeah. It's almost over.
Yeah. So we're just past halfway. Still got a lot to go, man.
Oh, that's good.
We've got practice 1. That will be on 9:30 in the morning, or another early start. Practice 2, 1 o'clock.
It's just the mornings.
I don't mind doing the. Actually, I don't mind because I'm out
really
in the day.
Morning person, man.
I'm gonna get practice 2 as well. I'll see both of them, and then after I've got to go out and do the work. So 1 and 2, I can do it. I can catch them both. Practice 3, which will be on the Friday. On the Saturday, that will be 9:30 to 10:30, and qualifying will be on the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That's when I'll dust again. I can watch all of these because 2 o'clock I'll be going at every time, so I'm good. All these times I can make. Race day, 12 o'clock, early start. So it's all early start, and that's it, man. That's what we've got to talk about. Really, there's no more news going around on the F1. Nothing going on. Lando Norris can't play the video, get done. But that's it, man. Any more news? There's no more news going around. Clicking on more news, it just won't open because there's no more news. So Toto, this is what you're saying. What you're gonna say, man, before we leave? There's nothing, no news really.
No, not really. Only the Hadjar one, really, which and is going about.
Yeah.
But look, my predictions for this weekend, I think McLaren's going to dominate again. Their car is just too balanced. I think Ferrari's going to do well. And the Mercedes, I think Ferrari and Mercedes are going to do well. And I think the McLarens will be strong in the practice sessions, I reckon.
Yeah.
Qualifying, I think, going to be strong. I think Lando can get the pole for this one. Lando's had a much more track time on this track. But again, Piastri's going to try kicking to the curb as well. But look, it's going to be a good weekend overall for McLaren because this basically conceals the constructors. It was done ages ago, but this basically confirms it. I think it's a shorties. I don't know if the Red Bull one was shorter, but this just shows McLaren's had an absolute dominant season for McLaren. So yeah, it will be a good weekend. There'll be a lot of action between them two.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. I think it will be as well. I think it's going to be a really good weekend. And it says on here, Charles Leclerc, before we go to some more news, Charles Leclerc hails a natural Baku qualified feeling as Hamilton targets podium in remaining races. So they're feeling confident. Ferrari are feeling confident. Charles Leclerc is the only driver with more than one pole position as the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but a record extends the 5th consecutive instance could be proved challenging for Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc backed the natural strength on city tracks as it aims for a record extension, 5th consecutive pole position as Azerbaijan. So this is going to be, if he gets pole this weekend, this will be his 5th consecutive pole. So yeah, so it says throughout the recent era of dominance, Red Bull, the Baku City circuit, has been happy for hunting ground for Leclerc, with Ferrari drivers setting the fastest time in qualifying in Azerbaijan. So it's looking good for the Ferraris as well. Yeah, it's looking good for the Ferraris. Hopefully Hamilton get a podium in it. That'd be nice for Hamilton to get a podium in it, Toto.
Yeah, definitely.
He needs to get a podium, man. He just needs something. Just give me something. Just give me something, man.
But there's still time. And
Ferrari's
starving. Ferrari's improving race by race.
Yeah.
I think last race they had a decent race. Of course, I had a double DNF, which is not really a decent race, but
yeah,
you can see the performance is improving, and you can see next season it might be good as well.
Exactly.
The regulations. So
that's
there's still time.
Yeah, that's it. We're signing out. That's F1 Flaming Tarmac in the bag. Flaming Tarmac episode 79. The next one with the 80th anniversary. We'll make it a special show as well. 80 years, you know. 80 episodes of Flaming Tarmac. That'll be next week, and that will be, I don't know what Grand Prix is next week. That'll be next week. And then Singapore. It won't be next week, actually. It's going to be the week after. So we'll go to the flyways. That'll be in Singapore and round 18. And that will be that week will be our 80th anniversary, 80th episode of the F1 Flaming Tarmac. Come a long way, you know, Toto, with the Flaming Tarmac. Even though we stopped doing them for a couple of years, we could have been on 200, but it is what it is, isn't it?
No.
But anyway, Toto, I'm heading off now. See you later, guys. I'm going to do a watch along later. Toto's going to be streaming. I've got to do what I've got to do his thumbnail. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. So get set up, man. Get driving. Anyway, I don't even know why I just did that. I just don't know why I did it. Anyway, see you later, guys. Just randomly did it. Anyway, see you later. Look, you can't stop laughing now. Big up. See you later, guys. Bye.